Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's been since June. I was meant to come back last week. I'll be honest. I was meant to come back, do a live stream last week. I told a few people I was doing a live stream, but I didn't in the end because it turns out my wife came home from work and she said, I booked tickets for a bonfire night thing tonight. And you got to come for the kids. So, I went to a bonfire night last week in the end. So, Black Hat by Brewdog, Captain Mead, Calvin Dickinson, Kevin Patton, Matt Williams. We got loads of you in tonight. Martin Day, John, B-Class Customs. Right, so what I want you to do, hit the like button down below. There's a like button down below in this video. If you hit the like button down below, we will get to 100 viewers. This is the first time the Stone Crow has been back for 4 months. Boom, just like that, guys. You've hit the like button down below. We've got 114 live viewers. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. It is currently, I don't know if you can see that, 13.4 degrees out here in this conservatory. It's quite cold. Quite cold. So, new comments. David Robbins, Paul Turvey. Hello, Paul Turvey. How are we doing? James Bruce. There's Big Kev. There he is. You wonder, don't you? You do wonder. I've been away a few months now, and there he is. There he is. Welcome back, Simon. Thank you, Big Kev. Awesome. Everybody, thank you so very much for tuning in. Hit that like button down below. It really makes a difference to this live stream. If you want more people to tune into the live stream, and if you want more people interacting with the live stream, chatting in the comments box, asking me jokes, telling me jokes, having fun, then please hit the like button down below. That will definitely get us off the mark. We got 151 people watching the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. I'm rolling my sleeves up in this 13.9. I think it's warmed up as I picked it up. Missed the early days of this, Simon. James Bruce. Oh, it was all a lot of fun, wasn't it? We're heading towards 200 live people watching the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. Amazing. What am I drinking? I'm starting off just with one of the lagers, because I've done a lot of lager videos lately. I've done a lot of the Lidl, a lot of the Aldi, and I just had a spare couple of cans in the fridge. So thought rather than waste it, rather than leave it in the back of the fridge for 6 months and then chuck it away, I'll start off the night with a cheeky, is it 1758? The fake Kronenberg in Aldi. I've started the brasserie something, 16, 15, whatever it's called. I've gone on to that. Rob Hastings, Peter, Darryl W, Oscar, Jason, Steve, Captain Meat again, Matty, so good to see you back. Thank you very much. So, I'd like to ask all you guys lovely questions tonight, and that is, we got 200 people watching the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. Hello. So, what are you drinking? Where are you from, and what are you drinking? I'm looking a bit tired now. I've been waking up 5 o'clock in the morning. So the last, I'd say, 2-3 months, 5 o'clock in the morning, bang, wake up, and it's been knackering me. It's been really knackering me. Lee Martin's first time at the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. So Lee Martin, this is how it goes. Get yourself a pint out the fridge, sit, pretend it's a pub, a virtual pub, even though it's in your own sitting room. Grab some snacks. And what else can you do? And tell me what you're drinking. Comment. Tell me what you're drinking. Tell me a joke. Let's have some fun. We've got a £20 super chat, a wonderful £20 super chat from Michael Richards saying, welcome back, Simon. Missed the Stone Crow. Thank you very much. Now, if you're new to this, there is a feature. There's a $sign down the bottom where if you want to, if you know, never ask. That's the thing on this channel. We never ask. But there's a dollar symbol down below. If you feel like donating to the channel, then it's up to you. You know, there's never ever kind of any like this type of thing on the channel. But I do appreciate the super chats when they come. I really do. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate it. So this beer's got a bit of decent lacing, hasn't it? Carlsberg Export for Jason. Stephen Burks, London here on the Leffy Winter. Perfect draft. Andreas is on the Lervig Pilsner. Proper job for Simon. Beer of the Hells from Dan. Steve Jeffrey drinking a Flens Blue. Oh, hey, I tell you what, Steve. I went for a drive to Asda today. I picked some of them up. Paul Baker, Hales Owen drinking Humdinger by Joseph Holt. Rhinebacker by Connor Jackson. I've got some of that later on. Some of the little stuff. The what do they call it? The little stuff. The Perlenbacher Weiss beer. Paul Carlsberg. Don't you worry about it, Matty. This is Stone Crow Virtual Pub. You drink what you want. Great, you're back for the dark night. Eating an Aldi pizza with a hot dog and the crust. 60 seconds of Stevens. I had a little pepperoni pizza for my tea too. So, yeah, very close, really, isn't it? Budget pizza, budget lager. Who else have we got? Lee drinking a toffee apple porter by Wild Child. Andrew Wheeler, Dorset on the Eternal Session IPA. Proper job by Simon Smith. Finland on the Beer of the Hells. Lots of you enjoying beer. Spatten and from Scunthorpe. Caroline McDonald, hi from Caroline Island. Brilliant. Drinking a few Adams Broadside, says Lee Martin. Richard, when will the wall be finished? Rich, when will the wall be finished? Right. Do you want to see the state of this conservatory? Do you want to see my working conditions? Now, I chopped the tree down in the garden over a year ago. Chopped it all up into logs. Left them outside. Talking about outside, the dog's outside. Well, let the dog in. I looked down, there's a face looking at me through the conservatory door. Anyway, so I left the logs outside for a year to dry. Brought them in just to dry the outside of them, and I brought them in on Monday. So I'm still actively doing stuff all of the time in this conservatory, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you my kind of working conditions at the moment. I haven't got much room. So there's all the, like, I've got a massive pile of logs for the winter. That old barbecue thing that we use every now and again, step ladders, the door, the famous doors on the other side. I plasterboarded this wall here, dot and dabbed it, if you know what dot and dabbing is. I did that because I want to put a radiator there. There's all my beers up. There's all my collaborations up there on a shelf. Yeah, so I'm in the middle of... Oh, what's happened? Hang on. I'm in the middle of kind of like renovating. So what I plan to do just for now, I'm going to just whack some wallpaper on the wall. I'm just going to wallpaper that. And then, you know what I'd like to do? You know, our old kitchen unit from the kitchen. People love the kitchen. I'm going to do like a hybrid. I'm thinking of putting some kitchen units on the wall with glass doors and putting the beers in that I had in the cupboards from like some of you from many moons ago will remember I used to do all my reviews in the kitchen, and some people, I still get messages every now and again. Some people still miss it, the old kitchen review. So what I was thinking of doing is like a hybrid thing where putting some kitchen wall units on the wall there. finding them on eBay or something like that, you know, second-hand type job, whacking them up, and like a bit of a hybrid kitchen bar thing going on. What do you think of that idea? Do you like that idea? Do you like that idea? We got loads of comments. We got more super chats. Mark Jones Given has been a member for 25 months. That's amazing. Hello, everyone. Good to be back in the crow. Mark Jones Given, awesome. Thank you very much. And we got Jonathan Wren, £1.99 super chat. Westerham, it means nothing to me. Vienna Lager. That sounds lovely. I do like a Vienna Lager. Thank you very much, Jonathan Wren, for the super chat. Golden Drac, Sarah. I'm just picking. I've got so many comments coming through. So many. Sleeves up in November. That installation must be working. I've got my sleeves up too. Anyone else? Yes, get the sleeves up. Mark asks, am I using the GoPro? No, the GoPro's. I've used the GoPro for one session. I filmed 4 reviews with the GoPro. Got this hand, put it down. I just need to work out. I need someone clever to work out my lighting settings on the GoPro because it made the video. The sound was good. But the picture quality was no good at all. No good at all. Billy, totally understand where you're coming from, and I get so many comments about this as well. The garden. Now, still a bit sensitive, I'm afraid. It's still a bit sensitive, so it's still a bit kind of like off topic, if that off the kind of like. Yeah, still. So I have been kind of like chatting with like I've had some people come around again, and yeah, I am just in that kind of position where just can't really talk about it. Which I mean, it's like you know, I'd love to talk about it because I see it as. I see it. If the world stood still, nobody would be getting anywhere, would they? If that world stood still, if we didn't progress, if we didn't innovate, if we didn't kind of like, it would be the same, wouldn't it? It would just be the same. So, I feel like there's been some innovation here. And of course, I live in a neighborhood, don't I? I live in a neighborhood, and there's other people who live in a neighborhood too. So, you know, there's people who have lived in this area for like the best part of 60, 70 years. There's pensioners living here that. You know, and I think when you get to that age, when you get to that kind of like age, it's almost like it's difficult to kind of like try and get over what you're trying to do, trying to think. Am I making sense? I'm saying as much as I can on the matter. I'm saying as much as I can because I have everybody's best interests at heart. I, you know, like to see myself as a good neighbour. I was out talking to my neighbour out the front today for a good hour. You know, I'm the good neighbourhood Spider-Man type of thing. I put my rubbish out and that sort of thing. But it's just a bit, yeah, it's a bit. Martin J, yeah. Moody, yeah. So all of that, I've just explained, Moody. I can't talk about any of these things, unfortunately. It's not that I don't want to. It's not I've forgotten about you. It's not like because I've been promising updates. I'm just giving you an update now, and that is it's still a bit touchy. Big Kev, Simon, you had me worried a few months ago when you started reviewing Super Strength Lager and giving it a positive rating. Big Kev, yeah. Well, you know, Big Kev, that summer, I had an amazing summer, by the way. Would you like to hear about my summer? Michael Richards, thank you very much. So the summer has been very much kind of like, we've had some fantastic growth on the channel. We've had some fantastic growth on the channel. We passed 26 million views on YouTube, which is amazing. We've just done lots of kind of different videos, different kind of, I've experimented with the channel. I've kind of experimented with other things, other videos, and people seem to like big batch videos. People seem to like kind of like 3 or 4 beer reviews at a time. So I've been looking at videos where I can kind of introduce 3 or 4 different beers at any one time. So someone just asked a question. What happened with the pint of 3 brew? Oh, Martin, I got lots of questions on that as well. Literally, I opened the tap and it was like a frothy fountain and it was firing out of them. And I said to my mate, I said, have a look at this, mate. I sent him a video and he was like, oh, blimey heck, yeah. He does a bit of home brewing. He said, that's not right. I said, I know it's not right. It's not right at all. So the thing is, what I found interesting with Pinter is that they've obviously watched the first 2 videos of me doing Pinter 1 and Pinter 2. And they sent me a Pinter 3. I was really shocked because, like, I don't think I've hidden behind the fact that I don't like think the system is like the best thing in the world type of thing. I don't give it like a massive positive review, if you like. And every time a new Pinter comes out, they send me one. I just, you know what I'm like with instructions. I'm not really an instructions type of guy. Like the GoPro. Did I read the instructions on the GoPro? I ripped the damn thing open, I put the microphone on, and bang, I will record it, and I haven't picked it up again. That's the trouble. I need to kind of just like maybe read some instructions a little bit every now and again. But I thought with the Pinter 3, I thought that I'd give it enough time. I got Mel involved, Mel read the instructions, and it still went wrong. I was like, oh, yeah, I just can't get on with the damn thing. Even drinking a Moonwake IPA. Simon, the lager battles and the trips to the cities have been really good. Captain Meats, yeah, I wanted to do a lot more of those trips to the cities in the summer, but the lager videos are just doing so well. The kind of battle videos, they were doing better than me, like jumping on trains and filming all day in cities, walking like 7-8 miles. Standing here putting 2 lagers together or 3 lagers together, the views were better on that than visiting the city. So I thought to myself, let's save the old legs now. Let's carry on with these lager battles until kind of like, in the end, it did start to run dry, didn't it? I thought to myself, I can't put like Kronenberg up against, like, because it's French, I can't really put that up against a Madri. Or could I? I tell you what, here's a good question. Here's a good question to you guys. Could I? Would you like to see me put Stella up against Madri or Stella Pramen Filtered against Superbock? Would you guys like to see that? I mean, because at the end of the day, I'm just thinking about this now, actually. At the end of the day, you're still making a choice, didn't you, between those 2 beers? Do I buy 2 bottles of Superbock or do I buy 2 bottles of Kronenberg? Perhaps I just mix things up. Perhaps you would like to see that. Comments in the comments box. Japanese lager. I know we all don't like foreign brands being brewed here, but Asahi still seems really good. I'm sure it's brewed here now. I prefer Kirin. Kirin's pretty good, but that's brewed. I was surprised by that. I think Kirin's brewed by someone like Marston's Carlsberg. It is. It's Marston's now, Kirin. Loads of comments. Put similar strength beers against each other. Matt Williams, there we go. I recently purchased a little Belgian beer pack for less than €6. It was a really decent buy. €6, that's amazing. Bodinsons versus Old Speckled Hen, Harry Grant. Yeah, I mean, could do. Battle of each country's finest. Hey, John Yeti, I mean, Superbock versus Sagres, says Joe's. Wow, we got some comments. We've got some comments tonight. Even aside, how are man and the girls? Really fine. The man and the girls are really fine. Anytime scheduled for moving to Germany and drinking all their beer. Their economy needs you. Neil Smith. Love the beer battles. Do German battles, Pilsner, Kolsch, Weiss. Hey, I tell you what, we've got some ideas now. We have some ideas. Matt Foley, quick idea for battle videos. Have a glass of water with you. Cleanse the palate and give a fairer battle. Perhaps something to try. Matt Foley. Could do, but I like the flow. I like the flow of my videos at the moment where we're battling against one another. Right. I'm going to stop there because we're slightly kind of like, we're just plateauing a bit. We've been growing lovely on the live stream. And I just want to say, can you hit the like button down below? Can you hit the like button down below? Let's get this like button hit. Let's get more people looking at the video. Let's get it out there. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can do over 300 people watching the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. Let's see if we can get 400 like we used to. 400 during the 2020 days. Let's see if we can claw it right back. So that would be fantastic. So hit the like button down below and more people will see the live stream. Look at that. We're about to go over 300. We're about to go over 300 live viewers. Sounds like a good idea, like a football tournament, says David Robbins. Klaus Bucket, what happened with that cocktail bar you used to go to? Oh, it's still there. The cocktail bar is still there. Soraya's, that was nice. It's just... we just ran out of cocktails in the end. Stella versus Madrid, Foster versus Cal, etc. What am I going to crap up? I need to know what to go for sometimes. Yeah, I tell you, that's a good idea, isn't it? 13. Daniel Smith could do a World Cup of beers, knockout rounds into the final. Do you know that was done by my mate? My mate done that. Blooming years and years ago. Years and years ago. I've had a super chat. I'm watching Thomas Kapir and I started watching you because YouTube recommended me your big test. Hey, Damien, thank you very much for the super chat. And what I would like to say, Damien, the reason perhaps why it was recommended to you is because me and Thomas Kapir are good friends. We are good friends. We've judged together in Poland, in Wrocław. We've been to Belgium together. He stayed here in my house. He's been to Wales. He's stayed in my house for a few days. I've stayed in his house for a few days in Poland. He's a very, very good friend of mine, Damien. That's why I think his channel's been recommended. We used to do loads together, me and Thomas Kapira. Sapporo was the best Japanese beer. A Weizen face-off would be great, says Siggy. Adrian Lawson says, do a beer World Cup. Yeah, Little versus Aldi super battle. Oh, Man United 16, that's a really good. Yes, a lager. Little versus Aldi lager super battle. Wouldn't that be a great video? Now we're talking. Now you guys are. Because I tell you, it's just me. I don't have any kind of, you know, when you end up watching a television program and you finish at the end and you see all the different people involved. Everything with the channel is just me. All of it, the whole blooming shebang. And it's very easy on YouTube to run out of ideas. It's very easy. But that's a great idea, Man United 16. Lidl versus Aldi super battle. Do you know, I might even call it that for you. A super battle. Super lager battle. I'll change it up a bit. That's a great comment, Man United 16. Paul Goggin, can lager lose ABV if it's in a can for a long time? I don't think so, Paul. I don't think so. I think it'll lose perhaps some of its life, if that makes sense, but I don't think it'll lose its ABV. Captain Meets Adventures, blind beer battles. Now, I've always struggled with that idea because my wife goes off to work, the kids go off to school, I'm here on my own. Can you imagine me putting a blindfold on and walking around the house? I'll be all over the shop. I'll be like falling down the toilet, falling, climbing out the way. Oh, this grabbing the blooming fireplace, put my hand in the fire. You never know, do you? I would find it very hard if I was to do these blind battles. I'm on my own. It's just me. Perfect example. I haven't got anybody here to take my place while I go and get a beer from the fridge, and I haven't got like one of those fancy like things just to let you watch an advert or something whilst I'm just going to go and get a beer out the fridge. So I was a bit of time there because just after Man United 16 comment about doing an Aldi mega battle, I got some Steinhausers, by the way. Am I pronouncing that right? Steinhausers. I thought, no, I can't drink that Brasserie 1897 because that means I'd have to buy another 4 cans of it to do the lager battle. So let's save myself a little bit of money. I've already got some of the beers. Together. So why don't I just, keep some of them, and I ain't got to spend a damn fortune then, have I? This is a cracker. This is an absolute cracker of a beer. If you're a big follower of the channel, you will know that this beer is very close to my heart. It really is. It's a terrific example of a really decent lager at a really decent price. That knock. See, now I can't go back to the Brasserie 1897 after that. That's why I drank that first. Because that's one of them beers you're like drinking. But this is decent lager. This is a real privilege to stand in front of you guys and kind of do the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. It's fantastic. Right. Where are we? Michael Hayward, thanks for the tip on Rossini Grand Reserva. Become a regular purchase. I bought a bottle today. We got some plans. Do you like Rhinebecker Pills, Simon? That's what I'm drinking tonight. Yes, I do. Connor Jackson, I do. Blur versus Oasis. Ooh. Now that's a really difficult one because sometimes I like Blur, sometimes I fancy a bit of Oasis. Depends what mood I'm in. The Craft Beer Hub. Wish I was having a beer with you. Got the first event for the horse box tomorrow, so it's all hands on deck, getting ready. Well, good luck, Mark Drury. Good luck with that. I know through your phone calls and chatting to you in the summer, you've been working really hard on that. You've been working thoroughly hard on that. And I've got my fingers crossed for you. I hope everything goes swimmingly for you tomorrow. I hope it's a great day or a great weekend. Colt 45 versus Weisterfanen. That's a good idea. That's by Urt. Neil, French UK. I also make red wine. I made 3 bottles of red 21 years ago. 21 years ago. Wow. And I opened one last week. It was unreal. No sulfate or nothing in it. Oh, Neil, I bet that was terrific. I bet that was absolutely fantastic. Raymond Lover, I stupidly bought that Cruz Campo Lager on offer at Tesco. It's like buying Carlin. Raymond, this is the thing. I had some flack. I can't really talk about it too much because the blooming petitions stuck with the government and it's waiting to be approved by the government. But I started a petition recently after the Cruz Campo thing. I got really angry and I've started a petition. Now I got to wait for it to open and I'm going to do a whole video on the whole thing when it's live because I wanted many signatures. I want 100,000 signatures. It's basically very similar to the German Reichsgebot, where everything needs to be plain, everything needs to be simple, everything needs to be kind of like written on the letter, and you can't put Sevilla on the front of the label and then brewed in the UK. Can you imagine the Germans putting up with that rubbish? Can you imagine being in Germany and they got Sevilla on the front of Cruz Campo? It's never going to happen, is it? Why are we as a country, why do we put up with it? Why do we just like put up with all this nonsense, this like Cadbury's being bought out, and we got nothing left, have we? We got nothing here. I know I'm negative. I had an email off one of my kind of long time YouTube people here, and he was saying a bit negative about the UK, but at the end of the day, it never seems to be any good news, does it? And then you go in the supermarket to have a bit of good news and buy yourself some nice beer, and you see Cruz Campo with brewed in the UK written on the back. It's like if it never rains, it pours, you know. Hello, Paul Gogg. Do a Four Nations beer battle. Just finishing drinking Golden Track, and it's amazing. In Kind of Truth, just had a Thixons. Well done. All the best work for tomorrow. Yeah, absolutely. Wow, my goodness me. Right, we got loads of comments. Hazy Haze, good evening. Says Hazy Haze. You lovely lot. Stone the Crows is back. Favorite chocolate bar. Simon, I usually get a Boost. I love a Boost. I remember the coconut Boost. There was loads of different flavour of Boost years ago. If you're as old as me, which is like Noah's Ark, you'll remember all the different coconut Boosts. Oh, they were great. I used to like putting loads in my mouth and getting all my mouth stuck with chocolate and toffee. So I love that. Thank you for this channel. Top stuff. AJ Stewart, thank you. Thank you for watching. The thing is, this channel would be nothing without you. This channel would be absolutely nothing without you people watching the lives, watching the videos, having fun. It just would not be the same. So thank you for watching. Simon the Machines have an outing this Christmas. Lewis Williams, we have a video coming up over the next. I've got an idea for a video. For the video. And it involves me not using my machines enough. It's going to be a bit of a discussion video. Blade, Krups, Perfect Draft. It's going to be a, one of those videos where it might be a sad video. It might be the end. It might be the end of my beer machines. But I'm thinking about making a video talking about the subject because I'm not one to have things hanging around too long. This table in front of me is about 1.2 meters long and about half a meter wide. And if I'm not using it, and if I'm not using the machines, then that's a lot of space in a small terrace house, isn't it? So I am going to make a video. I'm going to ask for all of your kind of comments in the video and stuff, and I'm going to just basically just ask the question. I'm going to ask you guys, are you using your beer machines? Are you using them as much as you used to? Are they now gathering dust type of thing? I think that will make for a really good video. Question for Simon: what is the nature of reality. I don't know. Do you know what? I wake up in the morning these days. I do my beer reviews. I go for a walk. I watch the sun. I feel the sun on my face and that sort of thing. And I don't think I used to be a big thing. I don't think too much anymore because it stresses me out. I don't think too. I have a beer, enjoy my life, and there's not a lot I can do to change things. There's not a lot I can do to change reality, is there? What can I do? I'm not Doctor Who. Superman, Wolverine, Rocky Balboa. I'm none of those people, am I? Would rather go to a pub and drink for a quid more. Rob Raymond. Well, I mean, I thought you were on about the Stone Crow then. I was like, oh, go on in. Go on, get on here. Rob Raymond, yeah, I was thinking that. But I see what you're saying. You're on about the beer machines, didn't you? Oh, blimey. Neil Smith. Good on you. Sorry. Beer should have to have the full ingredients on show. How have they escaped that? But we should follow the Aussie stamp of authority on craft and independent breweries. We do kind of, Neil Smith. What have I done? Sorry. Hang on. Oh, God. There we are. We do kind of. We kind of have a SIBA stamp of authenticity. Slowly use a perfect draft, mate. Surprised you haven't picked up the new Francis Cana beer yet. Looks a belter. Liam, well, that's another thing. Everything's gone on the app. Everything's gone on the app now, and it's all push notifications, and it's all kind of like, it feels like the little app. It feels like spin the wheel to win a prize. It feels all a little bit like a Temu, like a Temu type app now, where you're buying kegs all the time, and it's like 2 for 1 and 3 for 2, and it just feels a bit, I don't know. Simon, you do you, of course. Haven't used my PD in 2 years. Kevin Patton, this is the thing. It's worth asking the question, isn't it? And I might not even dust them. I might make the video with what they look like right now, and that's them covered in dust. I might just make a video saying, hey, is it time? And it's just me being honest again, isn't it? It's just me being honest, me like asking you guys a question, because I think it'll cause a lot of debate. I think a lot of people talk about it and chat about it, and it might be a pretty decent video. But it's going to mainly... Do you know the biggest thing about this? The beer machine I use the least, and that's the blade. I love the most. I love the look of the blade. I love the dials. It looks like an old-fashioned mini with the old petrol gauge. I love all the chrome. I love how big and solid and amazing it feels and looks. But I just don't use it. But I love it. I love my blade. That, for me, if it was just on looks alone, like looking pretty in my bar, it would be the blade all day long. Do you like bacon? Andrew, I love bacon. Lots of 20% off deals on kegs. Keep the perfect draft, please. Margaret Richards. You should do an open poll so we can vote. Can you do that on YouTube? If somebody can help me do that on YouTube, I would much appreciate it. There we are. 2 bottles of Steinhauser in the glass. What do I like on my kebab? Oh, I don't eat kebab. I don't eat the damn thing. I eat sausage and batter. Whoa, curry sauce. I think you should show the question on the screen that you are answering. Helps viewers see what you are in the conversation. What, like that? There you go. I can do that, and then I press it again, and it goes away. That's a good idea, actually, James George. Top of Green, that app is a nightmare every week. Got to add password. Right, yeah. Well, you don't want to do that, do you? Unless you got thing saving it. You know what you call it, saving it. The Google or whatever. Hello there, Simon. You have taught me more about beer in the last year or so than I've learned in my entire adult life. So thank you very much. I drink much better quality beer now. Al Humphreys. My pleasure, mate. My absolute pleasure. Matt Jones Gibbon. Mate, I love my perfect draft. I barely use it anymore. I'm thinking about getting a beer monster as Grey Trees do mini kegs, cask, and drink more Grey Trees beer than anything. Well, this is the thing, Matt Jones Gibbon. If that works for you, it works for you. I know that, and I hope I'm not speaking out of turn here, but I think it's open knowledge now. I know the perfect draft is opening a UK factory for filling beer. Because before it went to Belgium, back. So I think they're opening a keg plant in the UK. Might even be opened. There might be an opportunity in the future for companies like Grey Trees. I'd love Afghan IPA on the perfect draft. That would be amazing. But at the moment, it's really difficult to get on the perfect draft. It's all InBev, isn't it? InBev, the Blade is Heineken, the Krups is Heineken. Yeah, I just think I just don't see the kind of the growth. If it was still the situation, those things, if they made enough machines, right, everybody would have these machines now, and these things would be everywhere, absolutely everywhere. The problem was when everybody wanted a machine, they couldn't get them. You couldn't get the machines, and it would almost have been a coffee machine where it just becomes part of your kitchen, and it was cheap and you use it all the time because everyone's buying it. But what happened was they ran out of machines. They couldn't build the machines fast enough. And then when it come to situation over, the demand dropped. The demand dropped again. Roy Broiling. Hello, Roy. How you doing, mate? Amazing. You sent me an amazing parcel back in April. I remember the parcel. I was like, whoa, look at this coming through. Funky 07, I haven't. Rod J, Beer Adventures. Cheers, Simon. Hope all is well. I am very well, my friend. I am very well. I sent up for beers. I've signed up for Beers of Europe too. Blooming great. Al Humphreys, great beers. Great beers. Terry G, if it works for you, possibly the best advice my beers told me well was only a couple of brews in. I asked 100 questions about it. I was doing things right. There we go. What's on the beer menu tonight? I just go in the fridge and grab what I fancy, to be honest, Funky. I'm drinking some Steinhauser now. I might have a couple of ice beers now in a bit, drink this down and get the Weiss beers out. Am I doing a Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve live stream, Simon? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I don't even know what day's Christmas Day falling on. It's only November. I know all the adverts are on the telly, and I'm doing pigs in blankets pies and pigs in blankets this and pigs in blankets that, and I'm doing all of those things. I do it every year. Although the Iceland pigs in blanket pie today, it was a festive pie with a pigs in blanket and a Brussels sprout in it. Nobody really wanted to watch that. So I think maybe already people are bored. People are already bored of pigs in blankets. I mean, the novelty's gone, haven't it? I think even by December, like, you're looking at these things and you're thinking, how many pigs in blankets could I eat? Right, Gotta go to the loo. Gotta go to the loo. I need a wee. I need a wee. I need a wee. So I'm going to go for a wee. You entertain yourselves. You chat amongst one another. And I'll be back when I've had a wee. 296 people. Oh, we just dipped below 300. I needed a wee. He's microwaving an egg. Right. Blimey, that takes me right back. That does to the situation where people were asking me to do that. Right. Come on, everybody. Let's not go away now. I'm back. I've had a wee. Right. I got a question, or I need a reminder. In about 20 minutes' time, can somebody remind me to put a log on the log burner? It's just starting to just fizzle out a little bit, and I got all the back door open, you can see here, and I don't want to annoy the household here, because if it gets too cold in the house, I'm in trouble. So 20 minutes time, remind me. So that's an hour and 10 in on the live stream. Stick a log in the log burner. You could do a beer menu, so you could all drink along the live. I can do that. 20 minutes and counting. Thank you very much, Al. In 20 Ross. James Hickey, where did that go? Simon should do the Brewdog Advent calendar. Oh, that would be torment. Sorry, James, I shouldn't say that. That would be torment for me. Brewdog beers give me a massive headache. Massive headache. I do apologise. Dan Lowe, Simon, Cardiff Christmas Market, the German bar has Koenig Ludwig Weiss on pump. Is it open now? Not right now, but is it open tomorrow? I've got an appointment, or my wife's got an appointment with Apple tomorrow. She got a burn mark on her pardon me, mobile phone. So we got to go into Cardiff, and we got to see Apple about fixing her burn mark on the screen. So when we come out of there, I might leave her in there. I might leave her in Apple. She loves Apple. She loves Apple. John Lewis is next door. She'll have a whale of a time. I'll go to the blooming Cardiff market, German like this too. I'll have 2 Ludwig Weiss beers like this. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. I know it is. Mag, I'm so jealous you have a log burner. Do you also use central heating? Yeah, Matt, the central. Put the central heating on. The problem is, where are we now? Plumbing it. So when I started, have you been watching since the start? I'm going to show you the thermometer. It's on 17. 17 degrees. So by having the door open with the log burner on, it's warming the conservatory. Now, I want to use this conservatory more often. And I mean like more often, because I love it. You know, the glass doors looking out on the garden. I was thinking in that corner down there, out to the back door, out to the garden, sorry. I was thinking 4-inch flue up to the, and I do all this stuff myself. I use all big bean cans. I just weld them together and whatnot. Although a tin of beans isn't a 4-inch flue, is it? It's probably the best part, 3 inches. I've been looking at on eBay. Have a look if you can. Put it into eBay. Victorian log stove. Put in Victorian log stove into eBay, and you will see this. It's beautiful. This thing's it's a piece of beauty. It's in Canterbury in the UK. Secondhand. It's like 120 years old. And I'm thinking, move the fridge out the way, bring it forward, put a log burner out here. Put a log burner out here in the conservatory. So then there won't be any problems then with the door open. Yeah, there won't be any problems at all. It won't be letting cold air through the house. That might be the plan. But I only ever do things secondhand. I never overly kind of treat myself. I want one that can cook. I can put pans on it, bit of cooking, you know. Love that. But that's what I want. You enjoyed the Broughton beer, Simon. Love a Hoppo IPA from time to time. Do you know the review? Do you know you reviewed Old Jock about 10 years ago? I got to the bottom. Big Kev, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Maybe Big Kev, we can finish up on this tonight. We can finish up. Battle of the Beer, Clarkson versus Dylan Mulvaney. Nick has his back door open too. Come on now. Simon, are you going to smash the advent calendar in 6 days again this year? Lewis Williams. Well, I have one coming. I have a beer advent calendar coming. I do one every December. This one's exciting. This one's really exciting. I wasn't really expecting this advent calendar to come, but it's coming. It's coming, and I'm really happy about it. So I won't spoil the surprise for you. You'll have to wait until December the 1st. But yeah, I'm really excited. So what I do with the advent calendar, so I don't like burden myself with like just an advent calendar. I'll do 4 in a sitting. So I'll do 4 beer reviews out the calendar. I'll say it's whatever day it is of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever. So I'll say, and then I can do the calendar 4 times as quick. So that means I'm doing the calendar in about 7 days. About 7 days, the calendar's done. All done, all finished. And then I release a beer a day. So I mean all the filming. All the filming is done in 7 days. If I was to overly concentrate, if I was to choose beers here, like go for this one and then go for this one, and then think, oh, I got to do the advent calendar, I got to do it on Tuesday, or I'll never do it. So I'll do a big batch, 7 days, knock the advent calendar out. I'll be going, hey, it's Merry Christmas, and it'll be like flipping 7th of December or something like that. We got another super chat. Love Badger, £5 super chat. I've been really looking forward to the Friday live vids to start, Simon. I hope you are well, and thanks for all you do for the viewers. Love Badger, thank you. Thank you for the wonderful £5 super chat. I really, really, really appreciate it. It's really lovely of you. Yes, thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Best lager for the Phillips Perfect Draft. I really, really liked the G. Snyder and Son, the Pilsner. Oh, I thought that was cracking. My wife went somewhere. She went somewhere for a few days, and I bought myself that keg, cooled it down in the Perfect Draft. And the garden, I still had areas of the garden I could sit, and I was just pouring beer, sitting in the garden in the sun. And that was great. That was fantastic. Like, not being too far away, little wee in the drain, not running upstairs to the toilet, bag of nuts. I think I did half a keg the one day, and I did half a keg the next day. It was fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Are we on about the log? Yeah. The log's got to go on in about 13 minutes. It may be shorter than that. We'll have to have a look. Pies, everything. Yeah, my back door is always open. I was reading a comment then. I wasn't just flippantly saying that. Sorry. Marco, drinking Fürstenberg under the radar German top lager. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. I got a video coming with that soon. Smith, hi mate, and happy Friday, everyone. On the Rhinebacker tonight. Lovely drop for the price, hidden gem. Hamilton, he loves a Frey Bento. I do. I love a Frey Bento. Oh, I love the pastry on a Frey Bentos. Love that sloppy pastry. It's the best thing in the world. With the gravy and the pastry, the sloppy pastry. It's to die for. Just got myself a Black Sheep Brewery advent calendar. It would be great to see you do one every morning in December. Dave, I mean, I got my calendar sorted, but I'll definitely keep that in mind for next year. I really will. I do like Black Sheep. Hazy Hayes. Sorry, I tried Brewdog Stout and disliked it. Preferred the McGregor's Forge Stout. I thought it was better too. I thought the Forge Stout was better too. Down low, bullets, blues. We waited 3 holidays. I think we're going to do all right this year. I said it. My snooker players, my snooker counterparts, laughed at me back in August, and I looked at the team sheet. Solid back four. They got that Greek midfielder in, little Rockweiler guy. Shopis, I think his name is Shopis. I can't pronounce his name. Little Rockweiler mopping up in between the defenders and the midfielders. Then you got your Ramseys and your Colwells and 2 decent wingers. Jamil Collins at left back, not a bad player at all. And we had a mix of strikers. I always liked the striker we got from Tottenham. Always liked him. Even though last year he really wasn't scoring many goals, I liked what I was seeing with him. And he started off the season with a bang, didn't he? Banging the goals in, confidence up. Coming back from injury now. I think he might be starting tomorrow. I think he's a 30 to 40 goal striker a year. If you get him scoring, I think you won't stop him. He's just one of those confidence players, one of those confidence strikers, getting going. And I think we're there then. Trouble is, Premier League, you've got to spend 100 million, haven't you? You've got to spend Nottingham Forest. How much did they spend? And they just about stayed up. You've got to spend a fortune. Who did your drywall? Me. I'm a carpenter. Me. I did the drywall. James Godden. Hey, mate. Have you tried this year's Frankie Royal Top Drop? Are you going to review it? I have. James Godden. It's on the channel. Frankie Royal's on the channel. Have a look. Roy Broilings drinking a Joppen Bock beer. What are you guys drinking? I'm drinking a Aldi Steinhauser lager. Careful telling us about do you like Stella Artois? I like Belgian Stella, if that means anything to you. I like Belgian Stella. I don't like UK Stella. It's dross. It's absolute dross. Hello from Newport, Connecticut, Simon. Hello, Jim. How are you doing? America tuning in. I got them Oktoberfest beers from Lidl. How great were they? Al Humphreys, they were fantastic. This is the thing, see, with the Stone Crow. We're back now, and they were good, weren't they? They were good. Lots of talk. Lots and lots of discussion. Lots and lots of people making video. I watched them, most of them. I watched that man who makes kind of discussion videos, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed his input. I enjoyed, because what I get from that man is that you're getting a perspective from what the viewers see. Does that make sense? He's like a critic of he's a critic of beer, he's a critic of everything, politics, all sorts of different things. A critic of beer, and of course stuff like the Advent calendar, like a topical channel, and I like it. I do like it. I do. I watch. I found myself watching quite a lot of his videos, and I thought it was great. I think, to be honest with you, like it or lump it, I think we got a lot in common. I think we kind of share a lot of views. We share the similar views. When he was doing his talk about the beer Advent calendar, I was kind of nodding my head in total agreement with him. And yeah, pretty decent kind of like open, honest guy, I think. That's my view of it. Yeah, so the Advent calendars, yeah, I seen everything that was on YouTube about the little Advent calendar. I thought it was great. Alternating between Aberdeen and McEwen's champion, says Stephen Green. Perfect. Richard Waite says, I peed on my head. Oh, well, never mind. Steve Harris is in. Hello, Steve. Great to see you back, Simon. Really enjoyed your content over the summer. Good luck with the petition. Let's stop these putting crap. Honestly, Steve Harris, I think it would be a great thing to do. I went to Beers of Europe, steak sandwich and brown ale from the tap room. Fantastic. Amazing. Kim is saying, what's the current time in the UK? Right, let me have a look through the window at the cooker clock, and it says it's 3 minutes past 8, or 4 minutes. It's about 4 minutes past 8 o'clock in the UK. Oh, it's 17:50. Oh, that was about 10 minutes ago. Right, what I'm going to do, we got a super chat. We've already done that once. I'm going to go. So I just realized I'm 10 minutes behind on the comments. I'm 10 minutes behind on the comments. Everyone must be really frustrated. What I'm going to do, sorry if you've written a really long comment to me. I do apologise in advance, but I've just come all the way down to Nick Trevor's comment, and he's saying it's Dylan Mulvihill. What you doing to your bar? Size Supernova Heights, just a bit of a warming up the walls type of thing. Who's Dylan Mulvihill? Jude Bellingham for the Ballon d'Or. What a player! He's a terrific footballer. Do you know what gets me about this whole situation? The scouts knew how good he was when he played about 2 games for Birmingham City as a 16-year-old. And they plucked him. He was plucked as a 16-year-old playing for Birmingham City. And I know it's their job to do so, but I wouldn't have watching some young kid playing football for Birmingham City, I wouldn't have a clue. But what a player he has turned out to be. He is fantastic. A wonderful footballer. If England ever win the World Cup, a lot of that will be down to him. He's a fantastic footballer. Tom Moore, I don't know why Steinhauser is ever skunky. How do they do that? I don't know. It must be some of the green bottles have sun cream on them. UV protecting light. If they're going to go to that much trouble, why not just stick it in a brown bottle? Derek Phillips is from Devon, drinking a Paul and a Weiss beer, followed by Erdinger, Dunkels, and Delirium Tremens. Derek, you're going to have a lovely night there, mate. So he drinks beer, then has an opinion on everyone else. Next year. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting... The thing is, I'm on my own, everyone. I'm on my own. If I don't read your comments, I do apologise. Hopefully, you guys are talking, you're all reading the comments and you're talking amongst yourselves. That's the best thing I can say here. I cannot, it's impossible. There's so many comments come through. I can't keep up with them all. We start talking, we start having a chat, and I lose like 50 comments. It's so quick. Carl Tor UK, £1.99 super chat. Thank you very much. Oh Mama, unfiltered on the Krups. It's a great beer. Is that Stella? Is that Stella Pramen? Which beer on the Krups? Carl Tor UK. Thanks for the super chat, by the way. Really appreciate it. Should we ask for, look, we got 320 people. 320 people at the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. Can you hit the like button down below? Hit the like button down below. Let's see how many people we can get at the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. Hit that like button down below. The more people hit the like button down below, the more chance we got of people tuning in. Now, I'm waiting. We've got about a minute. I'm waiting for people to start telling me about my log in about a minute's time. Hang on. Oh, yeah. Time to put a log on a burner, right? Lots of comments. Yes. Ted, look at that. You guys are fantastic. Shall we go and do it again together? Right. I've unplugged my phone from the charger. We're going to go for a walk. We are going to go for a walk. Oh, shit. And we are going to go and put a log on the burner. Here we go. That's doing all right. Ah, they're all fucked up. We'll move the children's photos. Don't want to see pictures of my kids, do you? Right. Here we go. Oh. Here we go. Right. I need an oven glove. Oh, look at this. Freshly cut tree. Don't do this at home. Shit, I've left my pint in there. Where did I leave my pint? So, a lesson in chopping logs. It appears that the whole tree I cut down, I've chopped all the logs too big. Look, They're all too big. So what I'm going to have to do, that was just a bag. Now, those, isn't it funny? Isn't it funny? Right. In the summer, when places like B&M, so I bought them, that bag of logs I opened up just then, I bought them in B&M just like 2-3 months ago, £2 a bag, £2 a bag reduced. I was like, I'm having them. Walk down the aisle, 2 big bags of logs, £2 a bag. Now, winter, £8-9, £8-9 a bag everywhere. We got loads and loads of comments. A lesson in chopping logs. Go to the shop and buy them instead. Simon, sorry just to be serious. I think I speak for everyone here on the job. I ask, where did that go? Well, I ask, the following: are the pink shorts still alive and well? Yes, the pink shorts are still alive and well. Oh, Mark, I say. So I've done lots. This house is a wreck. This house, I paid £30,000 for this house when I bought it. 30 grand. Nobody wanted to live here. It's funny. I watch Grand Designs, right? I watch Grand Designs every week now. I like Grand Designs, but they're all building houses into the hills, aren't they? They're all like building their house into the side of like hills and stuff. Now, when I bought this house in the year 2000, nobody wanted to live in this house because, get this is underground. From this point here, that shelf, I've told this story a million times. I do apologise if you've heard this story a million times. But that shelf there, that windowsill, plastic PVC windowsill, below that is underground. This whole house, all along the side of this house, is underground. We are massively underground here. And before I bought it, the longest time somebody ever stayed in this house was 5 years. 5 years. I've been here 23 years. 23 years. So, it was dark. The biggest thing was dark. When I bought the house, remember Darlow's? Anybody remember Darlow's? I bought this house from Darlow's back in the year 2000. And the biggest complaint about this house was that it is dark, really, really dark. Nobody can live there, blah, blah, blah. So what I did, I just started doing the obvious thing, and that is to open it up. I opened the damn thing right up as much as I could. And it's quite large now. It's quite a large house. It's quite a large house, and it's all opened up, and happy days. It didn't, with the garden now, bringing the garden story up again. With the garden now being level, it didn't feel like you're underground anymore, because you come in through the front door, level. You look around the house, level. You look out the back garden, you go out the back garden, level. It didn't feel like you're underground anymore. And I like to think, when I move away from, because I will move away from here one day, when I move away from here, I like to think that the person who buys this house off me goes, wow, I love this. And they spend 30 years here. Not that kind of, that, like, that process of, I don't like it, move out. I don't like it, move out. That happened for like 120 years. 120, I got the deeds for the house. 120 years. People were moving in, people were moving out, people were moving in, and it was all, the main focal point was, it's damn dark. It's a dark house. It's underground. And the point is here is that I hope I have broken the cycle. I have broken the cycle of it's a dark house, I need to move out. And if I've done that, I'm happy. I'm happy as Larry. I've done something in my life. I've done something in my life to improve a tiny little part of the world. A tiny little unloved house in a part of the world that's really not very much loved. I hope I've made a difference. And that's all I want from life, you know. When am I next meeting Tom Capira? I think he's a great guy. I don't know, maybe probably be next year now, hopefully. I'm from Wimbledon. I'm the one bay, Wimbledon. Brilliant. Simon Martin for Prime Minister, 23 months. Keep up the good work, Si. Channel is superb. Thank you very much, Simon Martin for Prime Minister. 23-month membership. Amazing. Amanda said it's good insulation underneath. It really is. The grey. Well, this is the thing. I can't really talk about it, unfortunately, the grey. I'd love to talk about it. I really would, but I can't, unfortunately. I want to go back to. I'm sure people will probably like, oh my goodness me, with the logs, sticking the logs, and the logs. I cut them just a bit too big. Kyle Broadbent says, I hope we won the council tree you chopped down. Simon, congratulations on 70,000 subs. Captain Meat, thank you very much. You got a log burner turned too high. Reduce the airflow a bit. David Storm. All the vents are closed, mate. 20 miles an hour. 10:30. We'll be on till 10 tonight, so another hour and a half or so. Greta Thunberg. Do you know what? I think personally, there's nothing wrong with a log burner. Nothing wrong with that at all. I got solars on the roof as well. Man, make fire. Line all over. Yeah, there's a liner up there. You left your beer. Right, we got 350 viewers on YouTube. It's amazing. Are you using a new microphone, Simon? No, this is just a iPhone. Just an iPhone. Just what do you prefer, Pilsner or Hells? Ooh, Daniel, that's a real tough one. I love the crispness of a Pilsner. I also love the crispness of a Hells. But sometimes I like the bitterness more on a Pilsner, and sometimes I love the less bitterness and the slight more sweetness in a Hells. So, my goodness me, that's one of the most difficult questions I've ever been asked. I love them both. Hello, Taylor Ben. How you doing, mate? I love a log burner, practically free energy. Have a look on eBay. Put in Victorian fireplace. Victorian fireplace, Victorian log burner, Victorian kind of range. That's it. Victorian range cooker. They're worth it. They're very much worth it. Unfortunately, the GoPros unfortunately gone on the shelf. It's plugged in, charging, but I very rarely use it. Mark Jones given 350 likes. Hit the like button down below for 350 likes. We got 361 people in the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. Sorry, the review sounded less echoey. I love the new layout, but the kitchen has less echo. And any plans for a better mic? James Hartley, I bought that external mic thing for the GoPro, but I haven't done much out and about. Has Jeremy Clarkson got any more new beers with his name on? I know that is a lager. He does an IPA, session lager, Pilsner. Yeah, there's lots of beers from Jeremy Clarkson. Hawkstone, that's the name of the company. Will there ever be a Adam McVeigh? You know, maybe one day. Maybe one day. Things have to. There's certain elements that need to change for me to ever make a garden video update thing. Because do you know what I find? It's almost like when you make a video about like what you want to do, what you plan to do, blah blah blah. It's almost like you're making a video about it for someone to send it to your local council and they can go, oh, you can't do that type of thing. So that's what I found. That's what I found really, is the fact that I just got to keep stum, keep it all kind of like. The powers that be want to get rid of log burners under the guise of global warming, but it's above control. The thing is, Ross, I think keeping yourself warm is a human right. And I don't think once you've had it installed, once it's in your house, like there's a fireplace here that I can argue, a second fireplace that I fitted, some of you might have seen the videos. I can argue that's been there 100 years. And you cannot remove that fireplace. It's been there 120 years. Cannot be removed. It's an original feature of the house. No one's saying, are they, that you can't remove those things. Tell you what I noticed with Grand Designs. I tell you right now what I noticed about Grand Designs. He's driving around in an electric car. He's plugging his car into houses wherever he can. And it's almost like it's that inevitable message that TV likes to offer you. That inevitable, buy an electric car, plug in an electric car. They won't make an advert on the telly about it. What they will do is they will get your favourite cook or your favourite property developer person, whether it be Sarah Beanie or Kevin McLeod or whatever, and they'll get them driving around in electric cars and they'll show you them plugging them in wherever they can. And in its own way, it's an advert. It's an advert, and you go, oh, I like that man, or I like that woman. I'm going to buy an electric car because my favourite TV presenter has bought an electric car. And that's, unfortunately, that's how advertising works these days, and that's how the world seems to work these days. And it's all a bit sad and like, I don't want to put on Grand Designs. I want to put on Grand Designs to see somebody build a Grand Design. And it wasn't that many series ago where they were adding log burners to their Grand Designs. But what I've noticed in this series is that there has not been one Grand Design in series 2023 where they've added a log burner. And for me, that's telling. That's telling. It's all about solar panels on the roof, charge your electric car. And I'm going to go to the toilet in a minute, and I'm going to leave you with this. I restrict myself with television to Dragon's Den and Grand Designs, and maybe A Place in the Sun if I want to watch a bit of cheeky daytime TV. That's it. I don't watch the news. I don't watch people baking cakes. I don't watch people cooking things. I don't watch anything else on the television other than those three things. And when you only choose to watch those three things on the television, and you start watching maybe your favourite television presenter or the one you can tolerate the most plugging their car into someone's house, and there's energy going back to the grid and blah, 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 blah. My radar, I got a radar. My radar goes when that sort of thing happens. And it makes me go, where's the flipping off button? I've got a TV remote around here somewhere. Yeah, there we are. It's not quite, look at the dust on that. It's not quite a TV remote, but look. See that off button there? When I see stuff like that, when I see plug your electric car in or we'll put a millions, I got solar panels on my own roof, but that was my own choice. When you see it kind of overly promoted, it just makes you want to go, switch it off. I'm not watching it anymore. I'm going to go for a wee, and then I'm going to get a beer. I'll be 2 minutes. Yeah. What do you mean? Because the not burn is on. I told them the Wi-Fi, so I have to keep it running. Keep it warm here. Yeah, I don't know why. So, I've got to go. 277. We're always going to lose some of the people that tuned in. It's unfortunate because I don't have any kind of backup. I don't have any kind of like, I know I'm going to go for a wee. Let's get somebody else to join me on the live feed. I'm going to go to the new comments again. Sylvia, you're such a decent bloke. I can see why your channel is popular. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I find Wine Stefano Vitas for me at $3. That's amazing. That is amazing. Specifically designed passive houses as houses designed for ultra. Where would that go? For ultra low energy consumption. It seems cool though, with an ingenious design. I get it, Eric Grundland. I get it. I really get it. I watched that one, that Passive Plus thing. Now, I watched it last night. I get it. I totally get it. But I'm always on the lookout for a message. I'm always on the lookout for don't do this or don't do that. And I found Grand Designs last night a little bit don't do this, don't do that. And it's just my own personal opinion with it. Now something, and I'll be very quick with this because it's going to bore people. I'm going to be really quick with this, but one more thing on the Grand Designs from last night. It was mentioned that electric cars are good for the planet, but nobody yet. I drive a 2007 Fiat Punto. It's a diesel. It works. It gets me the school run done, which is essentially why I've got the car. What's an electric car going to be like when it's the same age as my 2007 equivalent of a Fiat Punto? Am I going to be reliably able to charge a 13, 15-year-old battery and even do a mile in it before the batteries run out? And these are all questions for like the future, isn't it? But whereas you can recycle old cars, you can recycle a petrol car 10 times. You can recycle a diesel car 10 times, because people like me like to pay 500 quid for a car. It's life. It's life. I had car finance once. I had a nice Audi 80 2-litre E on a J plate, paid monthly for it. After 3 months, didn't want to pay for it anymore. Didn't want that money coming out of my bank every month. I was like, oh my God, there's got to be a way out of this. Oh my God. I had a car crash. I drove it into Barry Safeways supermarket. Barry Safeway supermarket. I drove it into the supermarket and it was gone. It was gone. So that was the last time I paid monthly for a car. Complete accident. Just terrible thing that happened. But anyway, the car was gone. I didn't have any more. Whiplash insurance, all that kind of stuff went on. From then on, after that, I vowed never again to have car finance ever again. Because I just don't want that. I want to pay 500 quid for a car and I want to take my kids on a school run. So anyway, I said I'd be quick about this. My point is, there's always going to be people like me that will carry on recycling cars. You will maybe fix a dodgy head gasket, or you will put some new fans on, or you will change some spark plugs, or you will fit a broken bumper, or, you know, you will just fix the damn thing so it gets through the MOT. You'll fix the indicators that don't work and the brakes that don't work. Am I talking about my Fiat? I don't know. You will fix the things that are wrong with the car. But what I won't do is pay out of my bank account every month for a car. And of course, I get it. Of course, there's people here who are probably watching who do that, and that's fine. It's probably part of their kind of financing. It's part of their. It's like a mortgage. You have to have a mortgage. Some people, you know, they feel like they have to pay monthly for the car. But going back to the point with electric cars, I'm wondering if we all have to drive electric cars. At what point do I get an electric car, and what state will it be in when I get my electric car? What kind of, will it be like one of those old milk floats that, you know, you see them driving down the road at 4 miles an hour because they can't go any faster, because if they do, the battery cuts out, or blah, blah, blah. The point is then, where does the battery go? What happens to the battery? Are you going to send it out to the moon? Are you going to send it to Mars? Are you going to send it to Jupiter? What are you going to do with the battery? It's going to go into landfill, isn't it? It's going to go into landfill. In 60 years' time, probably less than that, there's going to be millions upon millions upon millions of electric car batteries making their way to a desert near you. And that can't be good either, can it? What happens to the old batteries? I love my wood burner. Don't threat, as they will always be in our homes. Boost of heat, cheap to run in a house. 20 quid. Buy a Subaru from it's from 2010. Amazing. Let's all get them. Amazing car. Trouble with hydrogen car. Pressure on it. It's going to try with a bomb. Yeah. Matt Williams, totally agree with you. That's what I was just getting to. It took me a long time to get to it, but I got to it in the end. Right, we got some new comments. What needs to happen if they are going to all electric cars is retrofit as what happens to all petrol and diesel cars were bad. Well, this is it, Captain B. What happens to them? Wood burner pollutes badly. James W. Wood burner pollutes badly. Well, I mean, the thing is, James, and I mean this with the greatest of respects, I've got 3 open fireplaces and a wood burner in my house. I see it as it's part of the integrity of the house. It's part of how this house is built. I think I see a bit of common sense. I see common sense, and hopefully common sense prevails. When you were a kid, when you went out on bonfire night, was it cold? When you went to your local fair, your local event, your local bonfire party, was you wearing a woolly hat, a scarf, gloves, and were you cold whilst you were watching the bonfire night event when you were a kid, say, I don't know, 35 years ago? Because I can tell you, I went out with a coat, jeans, and a pair of normal shoes, and I was freezing. I looked around, I looked around and everybody's wearing bobble hats, gloves, scarves, and so forth. And it's, of course, I mean, it's been raining like crazy lately. I mean, things have changed. Things have changed, but what am I trying to say? The trouble is, I don't want to get myself into trouble. I don't want to be like, you know, next thing you know, you wake up and you're surrounded, you know, that sort of thing. um, Was it cold on bonfire night as a kid? Yes. Was it cold the other night last Friday when I went out to bonfire night? Yes. Can I add these two things together and say that it was still cold, and um, it's still cold in this country? Did we hit 40 degrees 2 years ago, a year and a half ago in the summer? Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. But kind of like that was like 1 or 2 days where we had like, it was like the perfect stars aligned, and there was high pressure bringing up hot air from Africa, and it was like a plume of hot air that come up, and we had 40 degrees for a day or two. It's so complicated, isn't it? It's so blooming complicated. It really is. It's kind of one of those things. I think, here's the answer. Here's the answer. Pour yourself a beer. Realize that time goes really, really fast. And 1 minute you look in the mirror and you're 20 years old. The next minute you look in the mirror, you look at this and you're 44 years old. And then the next time you look in the mirror, you're going to be 60. And then the next time you look in the mirror, you'll be 70 if you're lucky. And then it's all finished and it's all gone anyway. It's all finished, all gone anyway. So I think on a personal level, you should do what you can, and at the same time stay warm where you can, because guess what, gas prices have gone through the roof, and just enjoy your life, because your life will be, it's like a fast revolving door. It's a fast revolving door. It honestly, I remember nightclubbing and doing all these crazy things as a teenager and 20. Next thing you know, I'm 44 years of age. My kids are on their, one of them's left school, she's 21. One of them's going to be going to uni in a year or two. And then all of a sudden you're looking in the mirror and you're going, what has happened to my life? What has happened here? You know, why do I have saggy eyes? Why have I got creases? Why is my hair receding this side? Why is my hair receding a little bit? Why have I got blotchy faces? And I think you should just enjoy life. Because it's a fast revolving door. Hope you're well, mate. I'm just in from work, cracked open a nice cold Tennent's lager. Amazing. Well done. Thank you very much, Jamie Law, for the £5 super chat. Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate it. I'm drinking a Vice beer. Soon William, I already did. I know I need glasses. This is a good comment. This is a good subject. Sip of Sunshine IPA, Harry Grant has made it. More importantly, what you doing with that back wall? Oh, sure. I'm going to wallpaper it. Yeah, I'm drinking a Vice beer from Lidl. Al Humphreys, 53 here, mental age of 6. If every time we look in the mirror, we keep jumping age, break all the mirrors. Al Humphreys, absolutely. It's one of those things, isn't it? I think this Thunberg lady, she's probably a lady now, isn't she? I think she'll hit an age and she'll realise that herself. Oh my goodness me, I'm 30 and I've been doing all this stuff and like trying to save everyone, and all of a sudden I haven't saved myself. I'm 30, and like the moment she tried to live, the moment they caught her living, like, having fun as a youngster, they'd come down on her like a ton of bricks, didn't they? And I think that's really sad, to be honest, because she's a young girl, she's a young woman, and she deserves to have fun, and she deserves to kind of let her hair down. You're only young once, and I think, yeah, she'll probably hit 30 one day and go, oh, I'm 30 now, and I'm, and then next thing she's looking at when she's 40, and what have you achieved? Because there's only going to be X amount of people who are going to listen. There's only going to be that sort of kind of X amount of people who are going to go, actually, yeah. So she's probably a multi-millionaire, and she's probably done really well out of it. But at the same time, yeah, just live, man. Just live, enjoy yourself. Just continue. You need to take a break, mate. Do I really? Well, I just said, didn't I? Looking at Maria, you're 44 and you got big, blotchy red skin, and everybody's telling you to take a break. So never mind glasses, just get a bigger screen. Mark Jones Given. There's 300 people watching the Stone Crow virtual pub. Are you a fan of whiskey? Ever heard of Lumry? Unfortunately, I'm not. Unfortunately, I'm not a whiskey fan, I'm afraid. Matthew, I can't get involved in that, Matthew. I can't get involved in that. All I will say on that matter is human life is valuable. It's valuable. And that's all I'm going to say on the matter. And that's it. No way am I talking about that subject. Simon, do you prefer drinking beer room temperature or cold, and from a glass or a bottle or a can? So I prefer to store my beer in the fridge, drink it at about 7 degrees, and I prefer my beer in a glass. There we go. America's favourite hoarder. Oh, the Caramac stout. That won't be long, will it? That won't be long. No, the Caramac, someone is going to do, isn't it? Or the Animal Bar stout. The ABV reduction in beer. I will, Lewis. I will. £5 high roller. What did you give, big chap? I don't know. Have you tried Icebreaker from Green King Brewery? Oh, well, there used to be a beer called Breaker. Remember that beer, Breaker? Is it a lager? Oh, that's running close to being Breaker, isn't it? Icebreaker. I only mentioned the glasses. I have to start wearing them now. I'm 45 on Monday. William, I'm very close to it, mate. Snooker, struggle. I can read the comments here, okay, but yeah, it's a fast deterioration. It really is. I'm not far away, to be honest. If that happens, I'll be shaving all my hair off, and I'll just become an old man then. Just give up, like stop trying to look like a teenage boy like type of thing, you know. It's a pale ale. Highland Toffee was a banger as a kid. Lee W's in. Hello, Lee W. How are you doing? Simon, over 70,000 subscribers. That must be 10K this year. Amazing effort. Cheers. Marcus, it's not far off, actually, Marcus. We've done pretty well. I mean, of course, you always look. I always look above. I always look above, and I always think, like, this channel is older than Mr. the Stampy Longnose Man, and some of the channels that have millions and millions and millions of subscribers. I chose the subject of beer. I chose a very, very hard subject in choosing beer. If I played Minecraft when I started this channel in 2010, I might be driving around in a Rolls Royce now. Because I would have been the first. I would have been the first Minecraft game person ever on YouTube. And that would have meant something, wouldn't it? That would have meant something. I was in that crossover period in my life where I didn't want to game anymore. I was 30 years old. I was fed up of gaming and I wanted something new. So I went into beer. And if I just kind of like joined the dots up a little bit, it's hindsight, isn't it? Hindsight's a wonderful thing. Hindsight's a wonderful thing. But I must say, choosing beer has really educated me beyond imagination, beyond all of it. Where are we? 9 o'clock. I'm yawning. So I mentioned at the very start of this live stream that for some peculiar reason, I'm waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning. 5 o'clock every morning. I'm like, wake up. Usually for a wee. Usually for a blooming wee. And I go back to bed and I lie there. I'm awake, I'm awake. That's it, 5 o'clock in the morning. So I'm down by 5:30, making a coffee. And then by 9, 10 o'clock, I got myself in this blooming cycle. I got myself in this cycle of like going to bed early and waking up really, really blooming early. And it's a long day. When you wake up at 5 in the morning, look at me, I can't even tell my joke because I'm live. But yeah, I look great. Simon, the money, forget the money, Simon. Your channel is worth 100 gaming channel. I know. I get about 5, but I have to work for 6. What are the best Czech beers available in the UK? Oh, there's some amazing Czech beers. Most of them, Amanda, are only available like in the Czech Republic. But I went to the Czech Republic about just over a year ago. Some of the beers there in the airport. I went to the airport. It was cheap as chips. It was so cheap in the airport. It was like I was paying like 50p for a bag of crisps, and I was like, "What? It's amazing." Airports are notoriously expensive. Beer was like €1. I filled my whole suitcase full of crisps and beer, and I brought it all home. I reviewed it all, if you remember rightly. All those like curry flavored crisps and the cheese and onion chipsticks. Oh, it's amazing. But penny. Why is the Czech Republic so cheap? Because you go there, you go to Prague, and it's like luxurious. It's like, wow, this place is amazing. But it's so cheap. I can't understand it. Stephen Jeffrey says, what a great opening night for the Stone Crow. We got 371 likes. Should we try and better that then, Steve? Steve, can I personally ask you to keep a count on the likes? What I'm going to do, because I can't see it on StreamYard, I'm going to ask everybody to hit the like button down below. Can we do 400 likes at the Stone Crow Virtual Pub? 400 likes. Wow. I mean, we used to peak at 1,000. That was amazing. Those nights were amazing, weren't they? But can we hit 400 likes? 400 likes at the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. Hit the like button down below. Ah, Sean. Yeah, something's coming. Something's coming, Sean. Hi, Simon. Having a few cans of Cocoa Wonderland. Jack Band. Not a bad beer at all, is it? Will do. So how are we doing? 400 likes. Hit the like button down below. 400 likes. Let's go. Let's go. Hovell's bitter beer. I have. Please, would you do a review? If not, right. Zilius 1. I apologise if I got your name wrong, but put into YouTube Real Ale Hovell's bitter beer, and you will see my review. Lovely bottle. Lovely, lovely bottle. I like that beer. Have a look at my video. It's definitely there. Ross says Stone Crow Witching Hour. Oh, yeah, hang on a minute. Right. It's my time to make my announcement. This is the last hour of the Stone Crow Virtual Pub. This is the witching hour. Please do not take screenshots or small snippets of this video and send them round to your mates on WhatsApp or whatever messaging platform you're on. Please do not do that because it's not very nice. It's the witching hour. I say what I please. I do what I do. If you do get sent a little mini video clip of me being a naughty boy in the last hour of the Stone Crow Virtual Pub, it's because, guess what? Guess what? It's because I've had a bit of a drink and it's Friday night. And these things happen. These things happen, don't they? You know? So, yeah. No little snippets of being sent around on WhatsApp. Please. What's the best type of glass for German lager? I like, for a Weiss beer, this type of glass. You've probably seen my big jugs. It's already started. Oh, no. You've probably seen my big jugs for the German, the German lager. You've probably seen them massive jugs of German lager. I like to put my lager in massive German jugs. The old reviews in the kitchen, the bottle tops. Fell into the kitchen sink. Does the bottle tops fall on the floor? And do you pick them up in the morning? Always bother me. Big Kev, I can't even turn the sink on now, Big Kev. There's bottle caps everywhere. And it just overflows. The whole sink is blocked with bottle caps. Yeah, I get rid of them all, Big Kev. Mark Jones given the old big pint pot. Who doesn't like a big pint pot? Who doesn't like... some of the comments I got to be careful. I read back. Andrew Roberts says, good to see you back again for the Stone Crow. James George, these videos are an occupational hazard. Piss on YouTube Live, better wife rolls her eyes on the show. James George, hey, I'm of an age, James George, where it wasn't a problem years ago that the husband went to the pub and got absolutely blasted on a Friday night and come home and probably fell on the floor and did all sorts of silly things, and then made his way to bed. And then in the morning, for the first hour of the day, the wife wouldn't talk to the husband, and then after, the husband would go and buy some flowers, because that's what flowers are for. And then what would happen was the husband might buy a breakfast, and then take her for lunch and that sort of thing, and then by tea time everything's fine. And that's how life is, isn't it? That is exactly how life is. So instead of me going to the pub and doing all of that, I'm doing it live on YouTube, and she probably rolls her eyes, that sort of thing, But whatever, innit? Whatever. Am I part of this new world? Am I part of this new world where we all got to be careful what we say, and got to be careful what happens, and police everywhere, and not just the police, but like beer police and the smoking police and all sorts of different police everywhere, blogging police, and I'm part of a world of like shh. Yeah, that sort of thing. Yeah. Yes. Yes. So it's 9:05. I mentioned earlier, Simon, your hair is looking darker. No, it's the same, Big Kev. Look, let me get it right up. Where's the camera? All right, there's the camera. Big Kev, here we go. Close up for Big Kev. Still my brown. It's just a blooming room. It's just winter. I haven't dyed it. I would never do that. It used to happen on Sunday too. Man would spend all afternoon in the pub, come home for roast and sleep on the sofa. Michael Richards. I mean, I don't know. I don't know where the world's going. Simon, let's hope we don't hear. Drinking a Warstein Oktoberfest. Oh my goodness me, that just moved. I read then 2 different comments. I read from Jack Bandit, drinking a Warsteiner Oktoberfest, and then it moved to Amanda's comments, sun bleaching hair in summer. And I was thinking, that's a funny name for a Warsteiner beer. So I'll finish Jack Bandit's comment, and it says, have you had it, Simon? Drinking a Warsteiner Oktoberfest. I haven't, but I'd love to. I would love to drink a Warsteiner Oktoberfest. Jack Bandit, where did you buy it? Where can I buy it? But no, it has certain life and joy out of everything, says Simon Smith. Exactly that. I've had many kind of situations where, you're not made to feel welcome, but I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that because I think in life it all just goes round and round and round and round type of thing. In 100 years' time, there'll be another equivalent of Alf Garnett. In 200 years' time, there'll be another equivalent of Del Boy. It just goes round and round and round and round. And unfortunately, what puts it all back to square one is like a world war or something along those lines. It's almost like a big say these things. It's almost like a big event happens, and then we all have to learn again, and we go through the stages of Alf Garrett and Del Boy and whatnot, whoever comes. Who's the Alf Garrett and Del Boy of today's age? No one really, is there? No one. And then it all gets to the point where everyone's sick and tired, and then another thing breaks out, and then it all starts over again. and it just goes. I think it just goes round and round and round and round and round. I think we've had 1 million Alf Garnets, and I think we've had 1 million Del Boys. It wasn't that long ago that darts players were drinking beer while they were playing darts, and it wasn't that long ago before that that snooker players were drinking beer when they were playing snooker on the telly. And now all of these things are gone. All of these things are gone. All of a sudden, it's like, you know, the chancellor's getting his checkbook out, and he's like, "Whoa, see how much we can, draw out of this." Like, and then he goes, "But resets then, you know, resets again," type of thing in 200 years' time. So one day, somewhere in 1 million years' time, someone might look back at these videos and go, "Yeah, he was all right. That guy was all right. He didn't have any agenda. He didn't dislike things. He didn't have any kind of this way or that way. You know, he wasn't leaning this way or he wasn't leaning that. He was just a bloke on YouTube having a beer." And that's all I want to be remembered by. Stu not Stu. Yeah. Nice surprise. Cheers, everyone. Enjoying a few cans of gadget. Oh. My apologies for skipping through a load of comments. Oh, blimey, that she's a. Although I don't think that she's. I think there's people further. You know, these are just these people at the moment. They just, and there's people above sending down things for people to, you know, in terms of like, I'm talking about like, I sound a bit mad here, don't I? Simon there. Tam Moore. Tam Moore. If everybody reads Tam Moore's comments, and there's another one here that mentions the same name. I don't go into Simon Smith as well. Puts the word in there. It begins with brave. brave man. But I think it's all there's forces, you know, way up, and it all comes trickling down, and then you get your mouthpiece. You get your kind of like your person on the telly that goes, "This is what needs to happen," and everybody goes, "Oh, she's an awful person," and she's just. What was the old saying? Don't shoot the messenger boy. Remember that old saying? Don't shoot the messenger boy. I think personally that there's way further things up here going on, and these people, the Muppet Show, it says, you know, yes, Matt Joe's given. One more wee for the night, one more beer for the night. I nearly come back. I realised I forgot my beer. Right. Let's. I mean, this whole thing now. I of course we can go along those. I read a couple of comments, of course, and of course we can go along the lines of, am I wearing a full hat and all this other stuff. But then I think we should just change the subject because hey, I'm probably wrong. I might be right. Am I going to be able to change anything? This is the whole point of this. Can I change anything? Am I going to change anything? A man on YouTube drinking beer? No, absolutely not. And should we talk about it anymore? Nah, let's not finish on a glum note. Let's tell a few jokes. So, jokes. Come on, get some jokes. West Bromwich Albion. We are four or five beers in. Jokes, everyone. Come on, it's jokes time. Cheers, I've enjoyed a couple of Conic Ludwig Weiss beer at the moment. Not a roasty, toasty, biscuity, nutty. But not too bad. Really nice, to be honest, from the Netherlands. Eddie, I'd like to try that. I've had the Conic. I probably had that one. I've had the Conic Pilsner from Germany. Knock, knock. Come on in, knock, knock. Get the pink thumb out. Eat a pork scratching. Hey, Simon, Stone the Crows. Can you say hello to the Recon 490th Nights? Yes, the Recon 490th Nights. Well done. I probably said something terrible then, didn't I? Just cracking my first verdant beer in a long time. 5% pale ale called Sundialer. Stunning beer. Had it on keg at London Craft Beer Festival, but I forgot how good it was. Hey, Mac Drury. It's nice that you've watched along. Really cool. Enjoy the beer. I always sleep with the lamp shade on. It makes a good hat. Yeah, the jokes are coming. Paul Goggin, itchy nostril. The jokes are coming. Oh man, there's so many coming. I'm smashed. Just polished off full keg of the Club Tropicana. Reese hat. Enjoy, mate. He shrubs. Joke. How do you call a bear out of a tree with cheese? Camembert. Come on, bear. Yes, got it. Come on, bear. Yes, Camembert. I like that one. Cheers, folks. Here with Pass Ingles, New England IPA. Right. I would love Gil de la Hera. I probably got your name terribly wrong, and I do apologize at this stage of the night. But I'm going to say Gil is drinking a New England IPA, and that's as far as I'm going to try that pronunciation at this time of night. But thanks for watching, mate. You're from Tasmania, just had a Tanglefoot, very nice ale. Wow, in Tasmania, that's incredible. Where is that? Where's Tasmania? Is that America? Tasmania? Longling's in. Longling's right up on the top bit. I saw beer all day, so now I am having a nice red wine. Longling, exactly that. David G says, any snacks? I was going to go and get some cheese and onion crisps, but I thought I might offend people. Have you tried the delicious beer Dixon Cider, says Andrew Hamilton. That's a good joke. I like that joke. What did the big moose say to the wee moose? Come around the corner and I'll show you all. Simon was pink and had. Oh, blimey. These jokes are coming in. They're rude. It's the witching hour. It is definitely the witching hour. What do you never say when pulled over by a police? Sure, let me grab my license. Can you just hold my beer for a second? Yeah, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? Meant to say pink. Never ate. I was like, best supermarket craft beer. I'm saying ICAP by Salt or Kingslayer from Buxton. Pretty good choice. Mr. White, knock knock. Al Humphreys, cheese and onion crisps are so offensive. No one ever said. I love cheese and onion. Do you know what? I've been eating the Mackeys. Does anybody buy the Mackeys Scottish crisps in Lidl? Oh, they're fantastic. They're really thick cut crisps. They're fantastic. Oh, I could eat some now. Anyone have gammon for Christmas dinner, or do you have turkey? Turkey, bit of beef. Turkey and beef we have. And then gammon on Boxing Day. A Roman walks into a bar. He holds... Oh, where did that go? He holds up 2 fingers and says, give me 5 beers. Hang on a minute. 5 beers. Roman numerals. Ah, yes. Yes, Roman numerals. Yes, 5. Yes. Very good. I like that. Took me a while. If you have a favourite mass-produced lager, what is it? I quite like the 2 unfiltered beers from Stella and Staropramen. I mean, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me they've changed. But when I reviewed them when they first come out, I thought Stella Unfiltered was pretty decent. I also thought Staropramen Unfiltered was pretty decent. Yeah, I thought it was okay. So I will choose those beers. Yeah. Your choice. Everybody else's choice then. Next question. What is your favourite mass-produced beer? Let me know in the comments box down below. Do you know, at this time of night, when I've had a few beers, I'm going to say, I don't feel like I'm live. I feel like I'm in this weird bar with a load of people, and I'm like orchestrating chaos. Mass-produced Beamish. Hofbrau Original, mass-produced lager doesn't get better. Honestly, the craft beer, yeah, you are absolutely right there. Oh, yeah. Ready salted crisp and beer, fantastic. Carlin Premier, Cronbacher, London Pride, Grolsch, Carlin Premier again, PASP. I've decided to sell my Hoover. It was just collecting dust. Yeah. Guinness, Rheinbacher, Weiss beer. Yeah, lots and lots of Peronis, Adnams Broadside, mass-produced Beamish. Get the crisps out for the lads. Oh, chippy tea, yeah. A man went to the doctor's with lettuce down his pants. The doctor asked, "What's wrong?" He said, "That's just the tip of the iceberg." Jack Fans. I like that one. That's really good. So I'm bouncing around comments at this stage because I'm unfit for purpose at this stage. Liam H. Stella Unfiltered is pretty good, to be frank. Can't go back to regular Stella anymore. No. It's pretty all right, isn't it? The old Unfiltered. Gammon on Boxing Day tradition of Taylor Penn. Same as us. Cold. Cooked, cold. Because I'm in the pub at 12. Boxing Day, 12 o'clock. I am in the pub. I really am. And then I come back and all the gammon's chopped up. And yeah, gammon. Oh, Matthew, I can't read that. He brews it. I can't read that, Matthew. I'm sorry. I can read some of it, but I can't. I got to be very careful. Big Kev, I just seen Big Kev somewhere. My favourite time of the day is 6:30 p.m. Hands down. Now let me think about this one, Big Kev. My favourite time of the day is 6:30. Hands down. Is that a joke? I'm trying to work out if that's a joke. I don't think that's a joke, is it? Unless I've had like way too many beers now and I just can't see the joke. Oh, I'm stuck. My favourite time of the day is 6:30 p.m. Hands down. Maybe Big Kev likes to drink beer at 6:30. Maybe that's what it blooming one is. I can't work out the joke. My mother-in-law was getting beat up by 5 men. My wife said, "Ain't you gonna help?" I said, "No. Five isn't enough." Lol, clock hands. Oh, yes, of course. Both hands on the clock are facing down at 6:30. Hands down. Oh, flipping heck. This is the thing. This is the thing now. It's the witching hour. Half an hour to go. I am looking in the mirror at my camera. It's not really a mirror, is it? And I'm looking at a man slightly inebriated. And I'm wondering if this man can hang on till 10 o'clock. How's the GoPro? Mark, we need to do some kind of video call. We need to sort out the lighting on my GoPro, Mark, because I just can't. I can't do it. I cannot do it. He needs big comments and big spaces at this point, says Sean. Yeah. The old Stone Crow. Yeah, I need a pair of glasses probably. Simon, when are we going to see the bunk? No one's. I can't. I've had too much now. Sensitive subjects are off the Richter scale now. I can't talk about politics. I can't talk about the garden. I can't talk about these. I can't any of these things. I can't because I'll be in serious trouble. Can we just tell some jokes? That's right, Mark. I will do, mate. I'll give you a buzz. Give it 10 minutes. So I'm going to Cafe Beer Moth in Manchester tomorrow. Oh, well done, Dan. Get there, Dan. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your day. You'll have a fantastic time there. Don, can I tell you a really serious thing now? I've never been to Manchester. I've been to Liverpool, been to Birmingham, drove through Manchester up to the Pennines. I've never ever been to Manchester, ever in my life. Simon, can you recommend a beer advent calendar? There's some really good German. Where did I get my German one from a couple of years back? I bought one. You got to have a Costco card. I bought a German beer box in Costco about 2 years ago now. It was blooming brilliant. It was brilliant. It really was. Beers, never heard of them. Drinking them, enjoying them. It was great. Absolutely great. Costco, if you can. Oh. I've never been to Meath, says ADC. When are you coming north of the border, Simon, to the wonderful country of Scotland? Calvin! Right. I flew to Edinburgh. And Calvin, I must say, I loved Edinburgh. Wow, that place. Wow, that was like... It was incredible. It was incredible. Like, just, it's hard to describe Edinburgh. It's like, it's like really intelligent. It's a really intelligent place. But at the same time, it's really mossy and damp and wet. And you can see it. The buildings are black. They're black. They're mossy. They're black. But there's so much intelligence there. The people, Christ, the people I spoke to were like on another level type of thing. They were really clever people, and you're like, oh, fair play. Where we are here in South Wales, in Barry, it's almost like the Med now here. It's like everyone's sunbathing and drinking Carlin, or San Miguel's. Like Edinburgh's another world. It's like, talk to anyone, they all know beer. A man goes to the doctors and asks, "Can you do anything for my..." "Oh, no problem." The doctor replied, "That shouldn't be that hard." Who do I support? Oh, I'm for my what's the word? For my Cardiff City. For my sins, I suppose. Cardiff City. Is that the word? I think it's sins. Best tower blocks ever up there. That's it. Yeah, I thought it was for my sin. Yeah, Cardiff City. Beer nuts was a good advent calendar. Different beers and nuts each day, and on the last day, you got a half-pint flute and a pair of socks. I do love some kind of like advent calendar, because they're pretty cool, aren't they? Well, you get them as a kid. You get the chocolates as a kid. When you grow up, you get nothing, do you? You get nothing. So you got your kids like eating chocolate off the mantelpiece, and you're like, what do I get? So it almost becomes, Martin J. Right. I'm going to address this. Martin, I'm a... Oh, no, hang on a minute. Hang on. Burnley do right in the Prem. Yeah, so your kids are eating chocolate off the mantelpiece and you get nothing. So it's nice to have a beer advent calendar. Right, someone said up the Swans. That means like Swansea City. Now, I am not one of those Cardiff City fans that hates every other Welsh club out there. I live in Barry, so I'm not even from Cardiff to begin with. I can get to Swansea in 35 minutes. I can get to Cardiff in 15 to 20. So there's not a great deal of difference between the two cities from where I live. Now, I like to think that, and I mean this with the greatest of respects, I like to think that we can all do well. We can all win football matches. And I look at like Ipswich at the moment doing really well. Richard Pickett, do the Ayatollah. Yeah, there we go. £5. Thank you very much, Richard Pickett, for the £5 super chat. Who's your favourite Welsh player, Bale or Speed? Vinnie Jones. I watched Vinnie Jones in a Welsh shirt, literally horizontal, doing a matrix kick on someone's body. And I thought that was the greatest thing that I've ever seen in football to this day. If Vinnie Jones connected with that man properly, it would have been devastating. It really would. And Vinnie Jones literally was like arms back, legs out, and he was flying. He was like kung fu legs, and he was, I don't know, but he was in a Welsh shirt, and I was like, my goodness me, that's crazy. But yeah, Vinnie Jones. Fine, I was trying. Clown's Pocket. I can read some of them. I can't read them all, unfortunately. No, Scouts are Scouts. No, we used to do these things together. We did. we don't do them together anymore, unfortunately. Did you hear the one about the space alien? Where did that go? Who crash landed? Apparently, he was drinking Carling. On holiday in Costa Adeje in Tenerife, it's 28 degrees and the beer is lager and freezing cold. Salty popcorn! Yes. Well done. Have a nice time. I hope you have a really lovely time on holiday. Reese has Formula One. Now, I love Formula One. Perez out, and I reckon R1 back in the Red Bull. He drove amazing this season in that Williams. Right, Reese Hart. There's been all sorts of speculation this year about Danny Rick going back to Red Bull and Lando Norris going to Red Bull. I'm going to give you my own very quick personal opinion about this. I think Perez doesn't have the same car as Max. First and foremost, let's get this out of the way. I don't think any other driver has the same car as Max. I think Max has his own car that is just light years away from anyone else on the grid. I've watched Perez for years. I've watched Albon for years. I've watched Danny Rick for years. And I've also watched, who was the other driver? Pierre Gasly for years. And every other time, then those drivers step in another car, they become good again. It's almost as if Red Bull have this second car that is a bumper car. It's literally from the fairground, and it's a bumper car. It's not the same car. I think Mr. Hornblower, or whatever his name is at the top, went to Max's wedding. I think he was his best man. Weird. He's like 30 years older than him. He was his best man. It's all a bit, I find it all a bit weird. All a bit weird. All a bit kind of like, none of those drivers are terrible drivers. None of those drivers deserve to be put through that. Mr. Helmet, kind of whatever his name is, real wonky. It's all fishy for me. I honestly think, and I'll finish this very quickly, it's not the same car. The second car is a bumper car from the fairground compared to Max Verstappen's. Kenny Joe, 7 ASA, $10 super chat. Glad the pub is open again. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Kenny Joe ASA. Kenny Joe 7 ASA. Thank you very much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Goldfish. What's the most valuable fish? Goldfish, says David. Feels like a lock-in, says Sean. Oh, no. I'm literally watching the minutes go down. Let's not make no bones about this one. I have a cellar of over 1,000 beers if you want me to set up a vintage tasting for your YouTube channel. Old Grandad. What did I say? Where did that go? Old Grandad remixes and mashups. Wow, that'd be great, wouldn't it? F1 is like watching Dyson Beautiful Women. You know who's gonna win. Yeah, it's got a bit like that, haven't it? It really has. That rebel is definitely exactly Matt Williams. Once he's gone, going to be in troubles. Fair point. Who would you like to see in the other Red Bull? No one really. I would like to see nobody in the other Red Bull rehab, because why would you put yourself through that torment? Why would you do that to yourself when everyone knows there's just one car made in that team? And it's all like, if you look at McLaren, Ferrari, they're all very close. The drivers are very, very close on the grid. You look at Red Bull, for me, what's the old saying in life? Let me first say thank you very much to Old Grandad remixes and mashups. £1.99 super chat. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Kenny, thank you very much. I'm going to put, if I can, am I allowed to? Old Grandad remix and mashups. I've over 1,000 vintage beers and lambic in the UK. We can organise a vintage tasting for your channel. Thank you very much. I really like that. That'd be great. Thank you very much for the £5 super chat. Yeah, where was I on this? What's the old saying? there's a saying in this, like once bad. I'm trying to find that saying where like they've had 5 drivers versus Max and they've all been bad. What's that saying? There's always old sayings in life, isn't there? What's that old saying that would refer correctly to that? The fact that the second driver always turns out bad. There's a saying in life. I don't think, personally, all of those drivers that raced against Max Verstappen were bad. I just think they gave him the best car. Cheers, Max. Sorry, Max. James Mackenzie, thank you very much for the £2 super chat. Yes. Got it. Il Corvo. Fool me once, fool on me. Fool me 5 times. Yes. That's it. Fool me once. That's it. Fool me once. That's the best thing to describe Red Bull. Right there. We're struggling. Always a bridesmaid. Yeah, never the bride. Yeah. That's another good one. Got an email today from a boy. There's an action. I've sent them my eye. That's fucking Buck Fast is like a Red Bull beer. Yeah. Any domination is born in, but I'd probably be fine with it if it was McLaren. Oh, yeah. I'm a McLaren fan too, Butters. I really am. I think Lando wins a race. He's going to win many. Bit like Jenson Button. Jenson Button almost following, let me start that again. Lando Norris is following the same career as Jenson Button. Didn't win a race for years. He won a race. Within a couple of years, he won a world championship. I think that's what's going to happen with Lando. But there's 10 minutes to go, and I've been talking Formula One way too much, so we will change the chapter. Fool me once. That's the one. Whenever I've been looking for that for so long. Fool me once. I've been looking for that phrase with the second Red Bull driver for so long in my mind, trying to like click it together. That is the best ever description of the second Red Bull driver. Fool me once. Honestly, it really is. I love that. It's brilliant. Lando's time will come. Cannot wait to see him win his first race, then his first championship. Yeah. That man will thrive on his confidence. I think, unfortunately, and I don't want to be another one of those kind of people jumping on that poor man's back, because I think he's a fabulous racing driver. I think it's just starting a little bit to become a very, very small chip on that man's shoulder. And it's unfortunately starting to become a bit of a burden, which is really blooming unfortunate, because it's a bit like losing your virginity, isn't it? It's a bit like that pressure, like the last one of your mates to lose his virginity. It's that kind of that same thing, that same pressure, that same build-up of pressure. When it happens, when it blows, it's literally fantastic, and everything's fine again. There's no more jokes going around. But until he wins his first race, it's that same situation, isn't it? David Coulthard, what a driver he was. The pressure to eat the crisp, Chippy T, yeah. Calvin Dixon saying, Simon, is this you back every Friday as of today? I'll have a look. I mean, the last hours have been a bit of a fuzzy mess. I'll have a look in the morning. I'll see. I think we've been consistently over 300 viewers, over 200 viewers. I think that's pretty good. I can't see the likes because we're on StreamYard. I think it's been pretty successful, this live stream. I think we'll roll with it, of course. We'll roll with this live stream as long as you're happy to have me. First 2 hours are pretty good, and then the last hour's a bit chaotic. As long as you know that, as long as that's understood, as long as kind of we call it the witching hour, and I've had a few beers and you know, it's Friday, and please don't send WhatsApp stuff about that sort of thing, you know. Then it's all good, isn't it? It's all good. So Clownsbog is saying it's been great. Calvin Dixon saying it's a privilege. John Yeti, like a night in the boozer with your mates. Excellent. Thank you very much, John. Really appreciate it, mate. Let's get to 450 likes. Wait, I don't see the likes. I don't see the likes. So hit the like button down below. If you haven't hit the like button down below, please hit the like button down below. WA Albion saying the last hour is prime time. Yeah, absolutely. I do what I can. Neil said it's been great. What else does he say? Don't know how you can talk that long unscripted to a camera, to be honest. Well done. It's one of those things. I just, you know, we find a comment, and that comment becomes a subject. I talk about that subject. You guys talk about the subject. If it goes a bit quiet, I ask people to tell jokes. If it goes even quieter, I ask people to tell me what they're drinking. And it just kind of is like a revolving door of let's have fun. Let's have fun. I found it. Right. We're in the witching hour. We are in the witching hour. You all know I love my big beer glasses, yeah? Look at this. Now, this is a tiny, look at my hand. This is a tiny, tiny little, I think they might have served this in wine or with wine. But if you put this to scale, to scale, look how magnificent this glass is. Isn't that magnificent? I found that in a skip. And I almost just wanted to just like have a little rub, like, you know, just a little, like, wow, what a lovely little glass that is. Isn't that fantastic? Even though she looks like a gargoyle. I found it in a skip about 2 months ago. Simon, nothing good comes from the phrase, I found that in a skip. I found that in a skip. Mark Jones says, oh dear. And Tyrone is drinking Timothy Taylor's Landlord. ADC is like, whoops. Hide that from the flamethrower. Yeah. How old is your house site, and would you ever move? Yeah, I'd love to. One day I'd love to move. One day I'd like to get out of here. Hugh says, that's how I met my wife. I love it. I love it. Chris says, great time tonight, Simon. Always, what did he say? It's gone now. Always, where did that go? Always on top form. Brilliant. The comments just, they're flying. Oi, that's my mug. Give it back. It's mine now. I'm going to see if I can, Geordie says she's a bit nippy there. Yeah. I remember when you used to finish at 11 o'clock. Oh, Andrew Roberts. I used to finish on, I used to get really, if you think now's slightly like, you know my biggest fear? Do you want to know my biggest fear with all of this? Like and I'm going to finish on this because I'm going to go soon. And this is my biggest fear. Do you know the people in the world that speak their mind? And they're open and they're honest and they have a laugh and they have a joke, but they speak the truth and whatnot. And some people have said tinfoil hat earlier on and blah, 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 blah. But, my biggest fear with all of this, having a drink on YouTube, is that if this channel grows, say, even slightly significantly, then there's going to be things start to come out of the woodwork, don't they? Things start to, like, people I've never met in my life before, like all of a sudden, like they try, you get like, if it's, I've got to be very careful what I say here, but if it's not what is kind of what where the world's heading, if you like, on where we should be and how we should behave and how we should talk, and there seems to be like a regulator, and that regulator is like things coming out of the woodwork, your past coming out of the woodwork, a bit like the man with the black long hair on YouTube that has faced all of these kind of crazy allegations of late, and that's my biggest fear. My biggest fear is that one day I'm going to turn on YouTube and it's all going to be up in dust, type of thing. It's all going to be gone. Because I've had a couple of beers on a Friday. I've drunk 9,000 beers and I shouldn't have done it. Like a darts player. A darts player doesn't drink anymore when he's playing darts, or a snooker player doesn't drink anymore when he's playing snooker. My biggest fear is that one day the net is going to kind of come down on me, type of thing. Yeah, absolutely, Big Kev, yeah. Yeah, Paul Goggin that's my biggest thing, because this is fundamentally now, this is my kind of bread and butter. This is my bread and butter. This is what I do now. I mean, I'm lucky enough that I'm a carpenter. Oh, I could go back to carpentry like that. But I quite like this. And on that note, I hope the net never kind of gets thrown over us here. And I hope that it can all stay very sensible and enjoyable. But on that, you're allowed to have a beer, channel. Keep it up. Dave, exactly. Well, snooker players were allowed to drink while they were playing snooker, and so were darts players. I just wonder how long. I do slightly worry how long this can go on, before, he run me over in his car, or some newspaper type of thing, Anyway, I've had too much to drink now. I'm going to go. Otherwise, I'm going to get myself into trouble. Thank you very much. Boom. Stone the Crows. Boom. Cheers.